Good morning, children. How are you all? Okay, hola. Fine. Okay. Today we are going to discuss about chapter number 6, United Nations. Chapter number 6, United Nations. And in the previous class, we have discussed about the formation of United Nations organization. Okay, after Second World War, a new organization was formed on 24th October 1945, which is known as United Nations Organization. And there are 193 countries are the members of United Nations Organization. Then we have studied about the objectives of United Nations Organization. What is the main objective of United Nations Organization? To maintain peace and security among the countries. What is the main objective? To maintain peace and security among the countries. These are all we discussed in the previous class. Okay, today we are going to discuss about organs of United Nations Organization. Organs. There are mainly 6 organs are there in United Nations Organization. How many organs? 6 organs are there in United Nations Organization. Okay, we can study detailed about what are the 6 organs of United Nations Organization. See the first one. The first one, General Assembly. It is like our parliament. We know that we elect members to our parliament. Just like that, each and every country, they elect their members to a General Assembly. And it is like our parliament. Each member state has one vote in this General Assembly, and it meets every year September. In September, it meets and discuss the problems and issues among the countries. Okay, it is the council for discussing the problems and issues of the countries. Suppose think that if there is any dispute, issues between two countries, then where it will discussed first, it will be discussed in a General Assembly. Example, if there is any problem between India and Pakistan, you know that there is always the problem between India and Pakistan related with our border issues. Okay, so that problem, either India or Pakistan, they will raise in General Assembly, and there the discussion will be held between different countries related with the problem of India and Pakistan. Just like that, what are the issues, problem between different countries, that will be discussed in General Assembly. Okay, it meet in every September to discuss and debate issues on peace and security. Okay, that's about General Assembly. Then see next council, Security Council, second organ of United Nations Organization, Security Council. As the name indicates, it is the responsibility of Security Council to maintain peace and security among member countries. We know that total there are 193 countries are the members of United Nations Organization. But in Security Council, the number of members are only 15. 15 countries are the members of Security Council. And among that 15, 5 are permanent members. Total number of members in Security Council 15. In that 15, 5 are permanent members. Which are that countries? We can see permanent members: China, France, Russia, UK and USA. What are they? China, France, Russia, UK means Britain and America are the permanent members in Security Council, and the rest of the 10 are elected for the tenure of 2 years. These 5 are there continuously or permanently. They are there in Security Council. Okay, the 10 are remaining. That 10 are elected from different member countries for 2 years. After 2 years, another 10 countries are joining to their place. Okay. Then the third one, Economic and Social Council. Economic and Social Council. The main objective of Economic and Social Council is to help the poor, sick and illiterate people. What is objective? The main objective of Economic and Social Council is to help the poor, sick and illiterate. We know that poor people in our country, economically very weak people, to help them. Then sick, unhealthy people, those who are suffering from different types of disease, to give better treatment, to give them good food, medicine. That are the responsibility of Economic and Social Council. Along with that, help the illiterate people. Who is illiterate people? Unpad log. Okay, those who do not know how to read and write, help them, to educate them. Okay, all these are the responsibility of Economic and Social Council. The objective of Economic and Social Council is to help poor, illiterate and sick people. Okay, and at the same time, to protect the human rights and maintain equality of women and regulation of trade are also the objective of Economic and Social Council. Okay, then the fourth one, Trusteeship Council. Trusteeship Council, and the objectives of Trusteeship Council is to administration of trust territories. We know that once India was a colony of British Empire. Okay, we are under the rule of British Empire, British Kingdom. Just like that, during 1945, there were many small countries under the rule of certain countries. That small countries are known as trust territories. The countries under the rule of other countries are known as trust territories. So protect them, to give better administration to that countries was the responsibility of Trusteeship Council, the administration of trust territories. But we know that now almost all the countries got independence. They become free from the colonial rule, so that there is no functioning of Trusteeship Council. Okay, there is no functioning of Trusteeship Council in UN now. Why? Because almost all the countries, those who were under the rule of foreign rule become independent. So there is no functioning of trusteeship council. Okay. Then see the fifth one, secretariat. The day-to-day activities of United Nations organization takes place in secretariat. It also looks after the policies and programs laid down by other organs of UN. So, make an inspection of other organs. What are the policies and programs brings or brought by the other organs related with that, make an inspection, then looks after the policies and programs are the main responsibility of a secretariat. To carry out the day-to-day work of UN, day-to-day activities, day-to-day work, what are the main issues, what are the main problems brought by the different organs of, other organs of United Nations organization. That is the responsibility of secretariat. Then the Secretary General is the head of secretariat, and the head of secretariat is known as Secretary General, UN Secretary General. And you know who is present UN Secretary General? Antonio Guterres is the UN Secretary General. Okay, Secretariat carries out day-to-day work of Secretariat, which is brought by, which is bring by other organs of United Nations organization. Okay, then the last one, International Court of Justice. You know that in our country different courts are there, lower court, high court, and on the top ultimate supreme courts are there, court. Okay, so to solve the dispute between different groups, okay, different parties, on the top supreme court is there. Just like that, to solve the dispute between different countries, to give the final verdict for the problem of different countries, there is International Court of Justice. And in the first organ we understand the problem is raised in the General Assembly. After the discussion, if it is not solved, then it will be taken to the International Court of Justice, and there they will give the verdict to the problem. They will solve the problem by giving proper verdict. See, it is the principal judicial organ of UN, and it is settle the dispute between countries and advise member state on matters of international laws. This International Court of Justice solve the dispute between the countries and advise all the countries to maintain the international laws, to follow the international laws. Okay, then there are 15 judges in International Court of Justice. Total 15 judges are there, and they are elected for the tenure of 9 years. Okay, 15 judges are there in the International Court of Justice, and the main objective of International Court of Justice is to solve the dispute between countries and advise all the countries to follow international laws. And the headquarters of International Court of Justice is Hague in the Netherlands. Hague is a place in Netherlands. That is the headquarters of International Court of Justice. Okay, these are the 6 organs of United Nations organization. First one, General Assembly. It is like our Parliament. Security Council. There are 15 members in Security Council, out of which these 5 are permanent members. Then Economic and Social Council, the responsibility is to help poor, sick and illiterate people. Then Trusteeship Council was formed to administration of trust territories, but it is not functioning at present. Then Secretariat to carry the day-to-day work of UN, and the head of the Secretariat is known as Secretary General. Then the 6th organ, International Court of Justice, to settle the dispute between countries. Okay, thank you.